it's Sky. Welcome to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today we're going to talk about Cancer Rising / Cancer Ascendant.
I've been cooking with my bros in the kitchen, whipping, sipping as it goes.
Okay, so the rising sign is the sign that starts off your first house, so it starts off your chart. So because of this, it's going to have an effect on how the other houses in your chart are laid out. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the first house, 4th house, 7th house, and the 10th house. Just because I didn't really want to just do like the characteristics, I wanted just to paint a bigger picture of what this rising sign is. Cancer rising, you guys are so powerful. Like, oh my gosh, I literally have not said that about any other rising sign. Talk about the day that you were born, because your rising sign rules all of our firsts. So the time that you were born as well. So when you were born, usually you guys are like the youngest in your family, so you're the last one to be born, and you really completed the picture of your family. You really completed your family. So you were like the perfect missing piece of the puzzle. And you guys also have really good memories of your childhood, more than any other person I've ever met. Like usually we don't really remember much about our childhood, but you guys have like really good memories, like some memories from your childhood, which is crazy. And this is because the moon rules over your whole chart, and the moon has to do with our emotions, and it has to do with our memories as well. Let's talk about first impression. So first impression, you guys are definitely more withdrawn at first when you meet new people. When you meet new people, you really have to feel comfortable and safe around them before you open up. So this is why Cancer risings get labeled a lot as shy, and you kind of just have like a guard up. So you really need to get to know the person and make sure that it's safe to open up. Kind of like a child. Like a child isn't going to just be like open to anyone. Like they really have to feel safe and secure. Appearance wise, you guys have more of a childlike appearance to you. There's something like really sweet and gentle about your appearance. A lot of you guys look so much younger than your age. So I have my moon in my first house, so I look really young. I'm 23, but I get told all the time that I look 12 or like 15. But this is a good thing. I mean, I used to think that it was a bad thing. When you're young, you always tend to think it's bad because you want to look older. You want to, you just want to look older. Definitely like this girl next door, guy next door vibe to you. And you guys also get mistaken a lot for other people. Like people tell you all the time that you look like someone else, or that they remind you of someone else. Like so the number one thing about you guys is your intuition, and this is really what makes you so powerful, guys. Like, oh my god, I can't even like express how powerful this is. You really have an amazing intuition, and you could read people extremely well. When you go inside a room, you could read the entire room. Like you really get a feel of what's going on and how people feel and like people's needs. Really able to pick up what's happening in your environment. And this is like really overwhelming. Like this is like, it's borderline overwhelming. It's like to the point where it's extreme. Like this is why I feel like you guys are so shy too, because I feel like there's so much things going on. You guys really pick up on like the little subtle things. So like people's facial expressions, like little things, like little changes in their voice. Like you really pick up on every single thing, and you guys go by your gut. Like you guys really trust your gut. 99% of the time your gut is right. Like 99.9% of the time your gut is right, and you really act on like what you really feel internally. So yeah, you really tend to wear your heart on your sleeve. You're also really nurturing. As a kid, like you probably, like even in your early years, you found something to take care of. So maybe it was like a pet, your siblings or friends, even like there was like probably were closer to your mom, and a lot of Cancer risings are really close to their mom, and their mom's like really important figure in their life. And sometimes it could be overwhelming because your mom could like constantly be like looking at your every move, and that's really annoying. And that could be annoying. Hey guys, so now let's talk about the 4th house, and your 4th house is in Libra. So the 4th house is about our family, our upbringing, how we are in our private life, our private self, and it's the role that we play in our family. So you took on this role as a peacemaker and the people pleaser pretty much. So you really want people to be in harmony and for everyone to get along. So if there's any type of like conflict, you're like the one to resolve it. You're like the one that wants everyone to get along. You want balance. So Libra is all about balance. So you really are able to look at the little details that kind of throw off the balance in your home. You just really ultimately just want everyone to be in peace and harmony. Behind closed doors, you are someone who's really, really loving and giving, and you are definitely more people oriented. So as a Cancer rising, like, you think about like the crab. The crab has like a very hard exterior, but then inside you have like the really you have the squishy crab meat. So that's like a perfect representation of Cancer rising. And yeah, so once you're really in private, you are really sweet, and you're really sentimental, and you really reserve your love for like the dearest people, and the people that you really hold close to your heart. So this is not the side of you that you let just any old person, just whoever, see. Having Libra in the 4th house can also mean that bringing a significant other to your home and to meet your family is a really big event, and you really want everyone to get along. Like, if you bring someone over that your family doesn't really rub well with, like, this really is uncomfortable for you. Like, it's really important for you for everyone to get along and for your family to like the person that you bring home. Whatever house that Libra is in, it shows us how we go about our partnerships. So the way you go around your partnerships is basically how your family taught you to do it. So you go around connecting and relating to people how your family taught you to relate to people, and you're really self-protective over the people that you love, because again, you don't want any like disturbance of the harmony. You don't want anyone to get hurt. You can really worry a lot about other people's problems and other people's issues, and a lot of your time can be consumed in resolving other people's problems or just being there for them, like listening to them and trying to give them advice. Libra is also an air sign, so you really like to give advice. 7th house is about partnerships. It's how we relate and connect to other people. So in this house, we can find like our significant others, our close friends, and stuff like that. So having this 7th house in Capricorn means that it's actually really hard for you to relate and connect to other people, and like meeting and connecting and relating to other people could be really exhausting. Like could be just really exhausting. Like, it could feel like work to you. Like, it doesn't really feel like you're having a good time or anything like that. Like, it feels like work, like hard work. For you, forming a relationship is a little bit slower. It definitely takes time, and you really want something that's solid and something that is long lasting. 7th house is also the type of people that we attract. So as a Cancer rising, you tend to attract a lot of Capricorn-like people. So people, maybe Capricorn moon, sun, or rising, or people with heavy Saturn in their chart. So you're most likely going to attract people who are bosses, people who are hardworking, people who are responsible. But yeah, you can also attract a lot of people who are judgmental, people who criticize you a lot, or just criticize situations a lot, and people who find like a lot of things that are wrong with a situation. We always have to go through like one or two or a couple shitty situations, shitty relationships. So you may like attract someone at first that is just really bossy and is overly criticizing you all the time, always finding something wrong, just doesn't let you like rest or anything. Or you can attract people who are just always struggling, and it could become like this person that just is always like this person who always has to have their hand held for everything. Saturn is the great teacher in astrology, so you could definitely have an influence of being someone who's really wise and being someone who has like a really strong influence on people. Okay, so the 10th house is about your career. It's your reputation, how you build yourself up in order to reach your empire. And it's your public image, like your public self. Your 10th house is in Aries. So this means that usually in your career path, you usually are someone who's a self-starter, of course. And you are usually someone who is the first to do something in your family. So you may be the first one to go to college, you may be the first one to start a business, you may be the first one to be like an actor or an artist or something like that. But basically this is about starting something that you're passionate about, because Aries is a fire sign, so it's really about passion. So I can't even tell you what to do. Like, I can't even tell you what career to pick, because like you can go online and search up, you know, Cancer rising careers, Google it, YouTube, you can watch so many videos, but nobody is going to be able to tell you what to do. You can't tell Aries what to do. Aries, you can't tell Aries what to do. They have to tell you what they're gonna do. So in terms of your career, honestly, it's really about what you want to do. And I think a lot of Cancer risings are very afraid of stepping out of their comfort zone. So if you're afraid to do something, like, you should do it. Like, that's like literally your calling, to do like the thing that you're most afraid of. Aries is a cardinal fire sign, so it initiates and create new ways. So in the house, in the area of life of career, you're gonna initiate and create a new way, your own career basically. Yeah, you can't go around and be doing what everyone else is doing. You have to create your own lane, your own path. And usually because of this, you have to go about it alone. And because Cancer is such a family-oriented sign, this could be very difficult for you, because you're so used to having other people there for you, other people to give you opinion, other people to support you. But in your career, you're really being pushed in this lifetime to just go at it alone, to be the boss, to be that leader that you know deep down you could be. Any type of work that requires you to be self-reliant is going to be it's going to be right for you. So anything that has to do with like self-employment, of course, because you have to rely on yourself. Freelancing, you know, starting your own business, like, these are things that appeal to you, because it's something that you have to go about it alone. Like, you have to make decisions on your own. It's all about taking challenges head on, head first. So yeah, so being self-reliant is not necessarily something that really comes easy to you. You definitely are someone who looks for approval of others, mostly your family, and in this lifetime you're really being called to fight for what you believe in, and just not really give a shit about what other people think and other people's approval, or, you know, getting other people's support. We have to be reliant on ourselves. Wherever Aries is in our chart, this is the area of life that we're allowed to be selfish. So this is what brings you like the most success, is just going on and doing what you want to do, even if everyone is telling you not to do it. And I feel like wherever Aries is, like, once you tell somebody once you tell the Aries energy to not do what they want to do, it makes you want to do it even more. This is really just about facing your fears. Anything that really is scary, as I said before, you should go on and do it. Even if you're scared to do it, go and do it, because you're going to be the first. You're going to come out first. Also, having a little bit of competition is really good. You're really good in competition. Aries is a very competitive sign, so having a little bit of competition in the workplace is going to be really good for you, because it's going to fuel that energy inside of you. Once you just don't care about what other people think or just getting other people's approval, this is where you find success. So yeah, like, self-employment, doing your own business, starting something, like, starting something that nobody has ever thought of. Yeah guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Make sure you comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.